This video is on a small handheld steam cleaning unit I purchased recently on Amazon. I'm going to go over some of the item details and then hopefully fire it up for the very first time and see it in action. So this is the unit. It's a small little handheld unit. It has a carrying handle. The immediate features are just a steam intensity dial. This is the plug that you would use the funnel for to fill it. I'm choosing to use distilled water just to help with longevity and reduce any calcification. And then it has a waterproof on-off switch here. So, but there it is. It's pretty small. It gives you probably a 6-foot length cord. This cord is fairly flexible, which I appreciate. This is detachable. However, on the other side, the unit where you hand hold the cleaning wand, this cord is not very flexible. So I envision having to fight with this cord because it doesn't uncoil. There is a small saving grace where it attaches to the wand itself, it swivels, and same at the base. This does swivel, but the cord itself is not very pliable, and I'm going to be having to do some juggling here if I'm using it over a big surface. Again, it being portable, though, you can take this with you so you won't have to fight the cord as much, but I do wish that this was improved to be more flexible. So let's set this down. Okay, the wand here itself, this main part screws in, and under here it's just like a metal hole, and it comes with a cleaning key in case any of your wand pieces ever get calcification in the off and cool position. You can use the cleaning key. And then these are the additional attachments that you can use with the wand itself. A concern that I had read in previous reviews is because all of these just kind of push on, that some people were having a hard time having them stay on during cleaning because it is shooting steam, so they're finding that these are wiggling loose and they're too hot to like push back on. I will definitely update my review if I find that to be a true or consistent problem. But so far, in the cool position, my nosy dogs, sorry, these just push on, and they do push on, and I do have to kind of like push with some decent force. So in the cool position, I don't feel like it would come off, but again, I'm sure heat, steam, pressure might change that situation. I did notice that it comes with these two tiny little red rubber O-ring gaskets. These are not mentioned in the directions anywhere. These are also not mentioned, like for use, but I would assume that perhaps if you're having trouble with steam seeping between the joints of the attachment and the main gun, that you could insert one. Sorry, forgive me here. Ooh, that's on there pretty good, actually. You can probably roll one of these on at the base and then put on your attachment to help seal the joint. But I will say that then this isn't seated as far onto the gun, and it's much easier to pop off. And so I'm curious if the people that are having a hard time with this piece staying on are using these, because you saw how much of a struggle it was for me to take it off without this, because it gets onto the nozzle enough to where like I feel like it locks on. With this O-ring on here, it doesn't lock on as well. So, but then there might be leakage. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. But let's talk about some of these other little attachments. This one just looks like a thin scraper. This one looks like a thicker scraper. We have a more precision pointed crevice tool. We have a steel brush. We have two nylon brushes in two different sizes. They both have a small angle to them. Like I mentioned before, the cleaning key, two O-rings. This is an extension wand. Be warned that this is all metal. So in use, this is going to get very hot. but you would be able to increase the length of the crevice that you're cleaning. It has a filling funnel, and then there's these two little like muff cuffs. This one here is the window squeegee. It's like a bigger blade. This pops off, and then it's just like a smaller blade without the squeegee, and then you're able to put on these little terry cloth cleaning muffs here, and I'm assuming you can do, you know, sensitive surfaces like mirrors, things like that. Another feature that comes with this, they do give you a pair of gloves. It is in a language I do not speak, so I don't understand what the ratings on the back are, but they are a little bit fuzzy on the inside, and they're a little bit thick, so I'm thinking that they have some sort of like thermal element to help protect you against steam, and they're about up to your elbow. So I'm assuming you should use those. I'm gonna turn this on. I've only filled it about a third way full. I'm gonna see how long it takes to start producing steam, kind of look at the different levels of steam, and I'm going to just quickly try to clean this little yucky spot here on the front of my dishwasher. I'll get back to you.
Okay, I am using this MOVATEK steam cleaner, and I'm going to try to clean the window outside of my home, which is pretty dirty. Even though I always wipe it, it just never seems to get clean. I've already set it up, and I made sure that the steam cleaner is not tangled up. I put distilled water in it, and I've already attached everything. I'm wearing gloves, and you must wear gloves when you use something like this. I'm going to turn it on. Let's see what happens. All right, I turned it on, and I'm waiting for it to start steaming. Let's try it again. So far, I'm not hearing anything. It is plugged in. I raise it. Let me see. It's hard to see if the light, oh here, the light's on. Give it a couple of minutes. All right, you can hear it's working. All right, I'm starting to see the steam coming out. Okay, here we go. It's leaking. All right, it's leaking. I'm going to just do this very lightly because I don't want my window to crack. Okay, it is leaking, which is not good. You want steam and not leaking. So already I see an issue with this. You can see, look at all the water coming out. It is cleaning it, but it's leaking. And I'm certainly not going to touch it even with the gloves on because I don't want to get burned. And I'm trying to be careful. Oh, there's a spider. I did attach this tight, so I can't understand. I don't want to kill the spider right now. I wish you would leave. All right, it's not good because it's leaking. And I know I attached it tight. I've owned steam cleaners before. So that's an issue because you can definitely get burned. All right, I'm going to stop this video right now. But again, I see this as an issue. And I did put this on tight. If you see where it's leaking, it's not leaking from the place where I attached it. It's leaking from where the steam's coming out. So that's a problem.